Hey, Al, welcome back to the show.
Hi, Count. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it was an interesting game. The way Riley Russell played the spinners, like we had called out in the show.
Hmm.
Mehdi did come into play,
Hmm.
opening the bowling.
Yeah,
But looks like Riley Russell had practiced that slog sweep shot, going kind of a couple of steps from his off stump and then picking the ball from outside the off stump
yeah,
before the ball does anything, right? So as
yeah.
soon as the ball was also kind of bowled too full, they could have
True.
dragged their length back a bit, especially
Hmm.
given the long boundaries,
Yeah.
straight boundaries.
Which Afif Hussain did well to deceive Quinton de Kock later in the innings.
Yeah, and with Chucky being the captain, I wonder why he couldn't have that communication with his bowlers to
Hmm.
draw the line back. Especially Shakib plays, BBL, so he
Yeah.
brings that wealth of experience. But we came very close, even though our opponent's team had Riley Rosa. I just shared my fantasy screen.
Hmm.
The run out of Taskin Ahmad killed us.
Yeah. I mean, to the our opponent didn't have Nokia and Shamsi as well. So it's like if you look at it, it's a half decent innings from Hayden Markram would have sealed the game, even though without Rosso.
Exactly, and we had him as the captain.
Hmm.
Neither his bowling came into play because
The left-handers were all gone before the end
exactly,
of power play.
yeah. Nokia just kind of ran through the top order,
Hmm.
and and Shamsi came back and he picked up those wickets just at the run out
Hmm.
that
Yeah.
Rabada got of Taskin Ahmad. If we had either Shamsi or not, no, Nokia had picked up that wicket,
Hmm.
we
The
could have
decision
very.
we the decision we had to make was Nokia versus Rosso, and Rosso when South Africa defending a big score, Nokia comes into play. I mean that's what happened. Bangladesh batters tried to slog him, and they got out. So it's something when if South Africa had ball first, it may have been different.
Yeah, but it was a very and like we had said that the first inning score of Sydney has been kind of it's again right, it's breached the 182 and all the way to 205.
Hmm.
Probably that's sets the tone for the India Netherlands game.
Yeah.
So I guess if India wins the toss, they're gonna bat first and try to put on a big score. Especially with rain being a factor, they want the big score to be on the side of on their advantage, just
Hmm.
in case if things get into the DLS when Netherlands is chasing.
Yeah, I think these. I'm not sure what the situation with rain is, but I guess yeah, both the teams will be looking to chase here. Yeah.
Yeah. So you had just sent a cheat sheet for Netherlands. Let me bring
Hmm.
that up in the screen as we wait for toss.
Yeah.
So first time I was, in fact, seeing some of the players, and I did look them up. Their statistics contrasted with what you have sent, with
Hmm.
what is available on CricBus
Hmm.
and Cricinfo and so on.
Hmm.
Looks like both Fred Klassen and Paul Mekiran
Hmm.
could trouble Rahul and Rohit Sharma with their movement a bit if the take assist that.
Yeah, they are quality new ball ballers. We didn't see a lot of new ball movement in this game, so that's something we'll have to take into consideration.
Yeah, because look at their economy.
Hmm.
Look at the strike rate.
Hmm.
So obviously, I could see the strike rate on CricBus. So it's on the
Hmm.
16th and the 17th. That's really good.
Hmm.
T20 bowling. I
Yeah.
don't know whether I wonder whether really these numbers are a reflection of their class or is it a
Hmm.
reflection of the opponents. Netherlands face.
Hmm.
Being in the qualifying. Part of the ICC league.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of both as well because Netherlands in the last year have faced some decent opponents. They had New Zealand touring, I guess, and England as well. So they've played some big teams in the past year. So that's one thing, and but it's a combination of both how good they are and then the kind of opponents they have played. Of course, we cannot expect them to concede at 7-6 today. It will obviously be at the high 8.59s at the minimum. So that's something we'll have to
Yeah.
keep in mind as well.
Yeah, if they do trouble our opening batsman, it brings Kohli into play again early.
mm,
and I think he can easily handle the spin of Sharish Ahmed in the
mm,
middle overs.
mm,
And Logan Van Beek's pace also. He also
mm,
has a good economy. He also has a good strike rate.
mm,
But again, given the quality of opponents he would have played
mm.
vis-a-vis playing Kohli in Australia,
Yeah,
is a completely different ball game for these bowlers.
yeah, it is.
So we could expect Kohli, if he comes into play early, again play himself in
Mm,
and explode during the slog overs,
mm.
attacking Fred Klassen and Paul Van McKeon. I don't know which two of the bowlers their captain and wicketkeeper Scott Edwards prefers. But
Yeah.
if you look at pop, yeah, go ahead.
An update meanwhile, India won the toss and opted to bat first. I
All
think
right.
this is a good day for India to try Chahal. I'm not sure if they brought him in since it's a right-handed heavy team.
Yeah,
Maybe
I was
I'll.
reading uh, the interview of the bowling coach for Paras
Hmm,
Mambre, and he said they're going with the same
hmm.
11, because I was also expecting
Okay,
Chahal will come
interesting.
in the team of in the place of Shami, but looks like they
Hmm.
don't want to change the winning combination. Even apparently Hardik Pandya came down with some cramps, but he's
Okay.
also all good to go.
Maybe Chahal in place of Ashwin also, but I think what plays a role for Ashwin keeping his spot, I guess it's Harshal Patel being dropped because without Harshal Patel, India do not have the depth, and Ashwin at eight kind of makes a small difference to what it is now. Otherwise, they'll be having a Bhuvi at eight, whose attacking gears are not that good to be a number eight in T20, as opposed to Ravichandran Ashwin, who has been improving of late.
Yeah, and also the point that you make about Kesav Maharaj, I don't
Hmm.
know how much of that is relevant for Ashwin as well, to be one of the
Hmm.
leaders of the team, and
Hmm.
therefore takes the first spinner slot automatically.
Yeah. So it's confirmed as well. India are playing with the same 11.
Yeah, so that's what Paras Mambre had said, and which is
Hmm.
interesting. I thought they would want to give Shami a break, given that we
Hmm.
already been having a lot of breakdown with our fast bowlers. Why
Yeah.
risk Shami when it's rained a bit and the outfield is wet
Hmm.
against a team like Netherlands?
Maybe they want to give him some match practice as well because he's
Yeah,
coming after a long break and maybe
yeah,
Wars and could help.
yeah. Sure. So completing to talk about the cheat sheet of Netherlands, Max
Hmm.
O'Dowd is the only batsman who has gotten among runs in their top order.
Yeah.
So when
Vikramjit Singh, his partner, is a talented youngster, left-hander attacking player, but I guess this will be too big a stage for him today.
Yeah, so if you look at Max O'Dowd's runs scored per match, it's
Hmm.
over 34. Nobody in the Bangladesh team had runs scored per match about 20.
Yeah.
That goes to show why they
I mean, the
collapsed.
one thing that lights up from this sheet is that Basde Lede. He bats at number three, and he also bowls. He's also one of their frontline bowlers, and he's in form as well. So that's something. That he's undoubtedly Netherlands' best pick today.
Got it. So let me stop sharing the Netherlands screen and
Hmm.
then bring the cheat sheet of India up there.
Hmm. Hmm.
So again, this is something that we've discussed during the game against Pakistan at MCG, but
Yeah.
nevertheless, it's always good to bring it back for our viewers.
Hmm. So it's the same 11. I think Akshar Patel will come in to play a lot more today, considering it's Sydney. So he'll be a good option to have in your fantasy 11. He's against a team full of right-handers, and we saw what South African spinners did with a big score on the board. So that's something we'll have to take into account. And then I think this is going to be the game for KL Rahul. He usually does well against these kind of opponents. That's one thing. And he's also in form. Last game was a high-pressure game. He wasn't. The quality of bowling was different. So I think this could be his day. KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma could get into Sydney. It's a deck that subcontinental batsmen usually like. And the
Yeah,
problem with India batting first is that it also brings into play the likes of Surya Kumar Yadav and Hardik Pandya, making fantasy selection even more tricky.
yeah, and KL and Rohit should could play themselves in. Given
Hmm.
what we saw of South Africa's batting,
Yeah.
it's easy to accelerate later in Sydney. Once you're a
Hmm.
set batsman, you
Hmm.
can clear those straight long boundaries with the
Yeah.
class both KL and Rohit have.
Yeah.
So again, there could be, like you said, some redemption for Akshar Patel. After being treated the way he was,
Yeah.
and he still could keep us, placed in the 11 only because of the number of right-handers in the Netherlands team.
And also being the only left-hand option, all-round option that India could have in the top seven.
Yeah, and we could see something like what happened with Nokia and
Mm.
Shamsi.
Mm.
You could have Chahal and Shami picking up all the wickets
Yeah.
as they bundle out Netherlands.
Mm.
Kind of succumbing to the pressure of a very big run chase.
Yeah.
Great. So let's go to the fantasy. Pick the fantasy 11.
Mm.
And I'll just open that sheet for you. Maybe you can go on mute so that you're not distracted with what I'm talking, and then you can start filling it in,
No problem.
and
Yeah.
I can talk through, what you're typing in for our
Mm.
podcast listeners who do not
Mm.
have the luxury of watching video share. So let me bring that up just in a second for you. Did I bring up the wrong screen? Yeah, there you go. As you start filling in, I will talk through it, and as I create the team on Dream 11. Again, for our listeners, if you want this information ahead, like the blogs that I'm referring to, please log on to fantasy.cricketapi.com. So Al is in the process of keying in the 11. We have KL Rahul, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli. So we discussed their fantasy potential playing against this Netherlands attack on the Sydney deck, given how many runs South Africa piled against Bangladesh. Akshar Patel is in, given his performance uh, during the Melbourne match, the recent bias could kick in, and ownership could be less for Akshar Patel. But make no mistake, the situation is tailor made for Akshar Patel to do well. If our openers fail, if Sky gets in early, this could be an opportunity for Sky to make a big score. Yeah, Harshdeep Singh and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar come into play. Both of them quality new ball bowlers. Harshdeep, we saw he could get Babar Azam first ball LPW. So they're going to be a tough opening pair for the Netherlands opening batsmen to negotiate. So I think you're done. So talk us through the Netherlands four. That's something only Al you can do. Al, I think you could be talking on mute.
You can't hear me? Okay.
I
Just a
can hear.
second.
I can hear
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
So I'm picking my team as Al is finalizing the 11. I'm starting to the team on.
So I just made a combination replacement to fit in the 11. And my captain would be KL Rahul, and vice captain would be Virat Kohli. So that's the
Brilliant.
thing, no? KL Rahul, I think, is a good option to have for this game. And then I still have Surya Kumar Yadav because India are batting first. It's only a matter of 2 wickets, and he can come in and in a matter of 20 balls, he can make a difference. And I have Akshar Patel because he's one of the biggest differentials for the day, and he'll be bad. He'll have the support of a big score on the board, and he'll be bowling against a right-hand heavy batting unit as well. So Arshdeep Singh is India's best bowler. Bhuvneshwar Kumar usually excels on decks where you could change vary pace. So that's something that we'll have to take into account. Basile Dede is obviously Netherlands' best pick. He bats at number 3 and he also bowls for overs. So Scott Edwards comes in because we do not want to waste a spot on DK. Wicket keeping spot that would be crucial that to lose it on DK. And then Logan Van Beek because Netherlands are bowling first. Logan Van Beek can also bat a bit. So that's something, and he'll also be bowling at the death. And Paul Van McKerran has been Netherlands' best bowler of late. So that's something we could use as well.
Yeah, so Paul Van McKeon also picks up, catches a lot of in the outfield too. He has about 8 catches to his name.
Hmm.
So I picked up the 9 players. I'm just going to finish picking my 11. So let me bring my Dream 11 screen as
Hmm.
I do that. So there you go. So just help me out, Al. So I have the wicket keeper,
Hmm. Scott
Edwards pick.
Edwards. Hmm.
I
Hmm.
have Kohli,
Hmm.
Suryakumar Yadav, Sky, and
Hmm.
Rohit Sharma in, and KL
Hmm.
Rahul. So they are the 4 batsmen, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So we have KL Rahul, Rohit Sharma, Sky, and Kohli.
Hmm.
In all rounders, we have uh, Lead, Van Beek, Akshar Patel.
Hmm.
These three.
Yeah, yeah.
And in bowlers, we have Paul Van McKeon,
Bonnet.
Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, and who's the third bowler?
Ashdeep.
Ashdeep Singh. Yeah, how did I miss him? There I go. So that's
So
my team.
Yeah,
Make KL Rahul the captain.
yeah. And Virat Kohli as a vice captain.
Virat Kohli is the white captain. Okay. So we saved the team and we're going to the contest now.
Hmm.
And we do the same filter that we did today morning.
Hmm.
So we're doing 1,000 and above,
Hmm.
number of teams two and single entry.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna sort it by price pool,
Yeah.
starting from low to high,
Hmm.
and we will join the same
Yeah.
2,250 price pool.
Hmm.
So it just says there's just 39 seconds left.
Yeah. I think this deadline is not fixed, and they've been
Yeah,
changing it up and down.
I think it just wants to create a sense of urgency for the ones who are creating the team so that they get it done. Right. We picked a team. We've joined a contest. Um, so I went to the wrong screen here. For some reason, I'm stuck at the Google Pay screen, so I want to click on back. Oh, it does not join me in any contest. So it says deadline is passed. Is it so?
Oh crap! I think the ball hasn't been balled yet, but the deadline, we do not know what the deadline is right now because of the changes in
Mm-hmm.
starting time. Maybe it's
So
gone, I guess, or it's still open. Maybe you could try once more.
okay, let me try. Oh, I'm already part of it. It says no sometimes my contest.
It's
So,
South Africa is Bangladesh, right? Or
so Jago is the same. Oh, this is South Africa, Bangladesh. I'm
hmm,
sorry.
India, yeah, Netherlands. I
Oh,
think we
it
may
says the
have.
deadline has passed.
That's fine. Maybe next game we could try.
Yeah, but we,
Hmm.
we still could do the show, and we picked our 11. I think
Hmm.
that's the interesting part as well. So
Hmm.
I'm gonna.
We didn't have a lot
Uh,
of time between toss and the start time. It's only like 10 minutes.
yeah, that's right.
Hmm.
So anyway, it's great that we got to chat. For the India
Hmm.
Netherlands show as well.
Hmm.
So maybe we can go live for viewers again for the Pakistan Zimbabwe game at Perth. I'm
Yeah.
excited to watch Pakistan bowling unit, bowl in the Perth wicket.
Yeah. It is going to be quite a challenge for Zimbabwe.
Yeah. All right, I'll
Yeah.
kind of take care, and I'll see you when we have the next show soon. Bye.
Sure. Bye.